Step back in time with me, partner. It's the 1600s. Florida ain't no land of sunshine and oranges yet. No, sir, it's a wild and untamed territory. Picture a sea of green stretching as far as the eye can see, swamps thick with cypress trees and tangled vines. The air hangs heavy, thick with humidity and the buzzing of insects. The ground underfoot is treacherous. It's a mix of mud and water, hiding all sorts of critters. You best watch your step. One wrong move and you'll be knee-deep in trouble. Alligators lurk in the murky water, their eyes gleaming like dark jewels. Mosquitoes swarm in clouds, hungry for a taste of any warm blood they can find. The sun beats down relentlessly, baking the earth and testing the mettle of even the toughest soul. This here's Florida in its rawest form, unforgiving and untamed. A true test of man and beast. Only the bravest dared to settle this wild frontier. They came seeking their fortune, or maybe just a place to start anew. Whatever their reasons, they found themselves facing a land as beautiful as it was dangerous. Through this unforgiving wilderness, hardy souls carved out a life. They were a different breed, these Florida crackers. Tough as leather and resourceful as they come, they came from all walks of life. Spanish conquistadors, French fur traders, runaway slaves seeking refuge, all drawn to the allure of the unknown. These pioneers weren't driving cattle across dusty plains. No, sir, they were wrangling herds of tough Florida scrub cattle. These weren't your gentle grazers. These were ornery beasts, lean and mean, as wild as the land they roamed. They herded them through the tangled undergrowth, following trails blazed by the Seminole and Creek before them. Trading posts sprung up along the waterways. They'd trade their cattle, hides and timber for supplies. Sometimes they traded for something a little prettier, Spanish silver brought up from the Caribbean on galleons laden with treasure. Life was hard, no doubt about it, but these were a resilient bunch. They learned to adapt, to live in harmony with the land, even to thrive in it. Every day was a gamble in this wild territory. The swamps held hidden dangers at every turn. Alligators as long as canoes patrolled the waterways, their teeth like jagged knives. Crocodiles, even bigger and meaner, lurked in the brackish waters where rivers met the sea. Venomous snakes, their scales shimmering with iridescent beauty, slithered through the undergrowth. Diamondback rattlesnakes, their tails buzzing a deadly warning. Cottonmouths, mouths agape, revealing a stark white interior. Copperheads blending seamlessly into the fallen leaves. And it wasn't just the reptiles they had to watch out for. Panthers, sleek and powerful, stalked the forests. Their eyes, like glowing embers, sent chills down the spines of even the bravest men. Bobcats, smaller but no less fierce, hunted among the trees. The nights were filled with the howls of wolves and the screeches of owls. It was a symphony of the wild, a constant reminder of the untamed nature of this land. Section 4. Fever and Fortitude. The dangers weren't always tooth and claw. Disease spread through the settlements like wildfire. Malaria, yellow fever, dysentery. They ravaged the population, leaving many dead and dying. The humid air seemed to breed sickness. The swamps, for all their beauty, were a breeding ground for mosquitoes, carriers of deadly diseases. Medical care was scarce in this wild land. Doctors were few and far between. Their remedies often as dangerous as the ailments they treated. Most folks relied on home remedies, passed down through generations, herbs and tonics, prayers and poultices. Sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't. But through it all, the spirit of these pioneers remained unbroken. They persevered, drawing strength from the land and from each other. They buried their dead, tended to their sick, and faced each new day with grit and determination. They were bound together by a shared experience, a shared struggle against the odds. They were forging a new life in a new land, and they were determined to survive. Section 5. Forged in Hardship. The Florida frontier was a crucible. It tested the limits of human endurance, pushing people to their breaking point and beyond. Those who survived emerged hardened, their spirits tempered by the fires of hardship. They were a different breed, these Florida crackers. They were independent and resourceful, used to relying on their own wits and skills to survive. They were tough, both physically and mentally. They had to withstand the challenges of this untamed land. Theirs was a quiet strength, born of facing danger and adversity head-on. They were slow to anger, but formidable when crossed. They respected the land and its creatures, understanding that survival depended on living in balance with nature. These pioneers were the founding fathers and mothers of modern-day Florida. They laid the groundwork for a state known for its resilience, its independent spirit, and its deep connection to the natural world. Section 6. Friends and Foes. So, if you ever find yourself wandering the back roads of Florida, remember the legacy of these early settlers. Remember the grit, the determination, the sheer will to survive that shaped this land and its people. And if you're lucky enough to befriend a true Florida native, you'll find a loyal companion, a protector, a friend who'll stand by you through thick and thin. But treat them right, partner. Treat them with the respect they deserve, because beneath that rough exterior beats a heart of gold. But cross them, and you'll learn that the same spirit that tamed this wild land still burns strong. They are, after all, children of the swamp, shaped by the very forces that have tested mankind for centuries. Remember that, and you'll go far in this land of sunshine and shadows.